Okay, my name is Damon Lavenski, and this is the fourth part about a facial rig. Again, I'm making several videos because it just keeps it short. Alright, so in the previous video we did some skinning. We'll probably do some more later. Right now what I want to do is finish up some connections and cause things to move together. So as you saw in the previous video, I didn't destroy the animation. Let me just do that. Delete animation. Alright, so what I want to do is just show you that, you know, everything's moving, but now I have to start. I have to give this joint a control rig. So basically what I want to do is, you know, keep the orientations in the right place and all of that stuff. So I'm going to choose the controller and my bone, and I'm going to isolate the selection again. I'm going to press insert or hold down D and hold down V for snap to point, and I'll move its pivot to its place. Actually, sometimes if I want to get the proper rotations, I will do a couple of things, but in this case I don't really care. It's fine that it stays this way. I will just parent constraint. I guess orient constraint will do the job. Let me just make sure that it keeps everything proper. That means that now I can move it side to side, up and down, and that's about it. I don't need more than that. So if I now bring back my character, I have a controller that I can use to open and close the mouth. Alright, so now that I have the controller and it has a proper name and everything, I want to lock and hide some of its attributes. I now just be using rotations, and I won't be using the scale of visibility, so I'm gonna just choose the parameters by just dragging. If you don't know how to do that, you should. And then I will go down to lock and hide, and I will hide them. And I will do the same here, which here is just, I don't need the rotations, I just need the translations, and I'll do the same, a lock and hide selection. I use the right mouse button to do so. Alright, again, here I just want the translations, right mouse button over the names, and I have lock and hide, and basically I've left it just for what I need. I will create a controller to control the entire movement of the head, just so it will be, you know, so you could follow. Alright, so I'll just create a circle and move tool and snap, and I don't know, something like that. I'm gonna hide the geometry polygons. Alright, and alright, under show you could do that. I didn't delete it, just hit it, and that one will be for the neck, so we'll just leave it the size it is, and maybe I'll make it cubic, this one linear, so it looks a bit different, and then I'll create a new one, and I will snap it to here and bring it back, bring the head back, which, because I want to see this, I usually like making like a halo. Like Beyonce always says, halo, 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 halo. Funny. Alright, so this goes here. I will freeze transformations on both of these. Alright, I made myself a shortcut. And I'll hide the geometry again. And I'll snap my pivot point to where the joint is. And now all I have to do, I mean, is simple enough. Parent constraint and parent constraint to not you to you, so you to you parent. Alright, so this is going to move that. Alright. So now I had just got to put everything under hierarchy. So let me just call this CC head D.C. Alright, and this will be CC neck. And this is supposed to be CC. Alright, so the head will go underneath the neck, so the neck will, move both of them. Actually, usually they are separate, and then there's another controller which controls the whole thing. So let's do that. I'll create the chest controller. Alright, just for the heck of it. Alright, just so you can see the hierarchy if you were creating just a normal rig. Alright, so I'm going to freeze transform, and we'll call it CC chest. Alright, CC chest. Probably didn't spell that right, but I don't care. Alright, so head and neck go underneath that. Alright, I parented them. So it means if it moves the chest, both move. Neck moves on its own. Actually, I'm going to put the head underneath the neck. Parent. So I move the head. See? And let's make sure this is all. Alright, so I am going to only rotate these. So I'm going to lock and hide these selections. Lock and hide. Alright, and now I'm going to put underneath the head the eye controls and the jaw control and the blend shape controls. That's all going to go underneath the head. So the last thing I choose, that's going to be the parent. So now if I move the head, see everything else moves with it. So I got a pretty nice hierarchy here. So if I bring back everything, see, everything moves nicely. Alright, so all I have to do now is connect the eyes, put the eyes and the jaw and all of that stuff. So let's do that. So it's fairly simple. All I need to do with the eyes, alright, I press Q to get out of my tool, choose the joint, parent it. Why did it do that? Parent. Alright, so if that happens to you, what I do is usually I just group, alright, create a buffer, and you'll see that the pivot point is in the wrong place, so I will hide the geometry, and I will move the pivot point here, because it's very important. Alright, so now I have this group for the eyeball, and it's still chosen. I could actually find it. You see, group, and we'll call the group. We'll call GRP left eye. Sorry, I just didn't put a space. All right, and I'll choose the bone I want, and I will parent constraint, and that will sort that out. Actually, I think I know what the problem is. That the parent constraint did not have a. Just out of curiosity, I want to see if that's the problem, that the parent constraint did not have the maintain offset on. Let's see. Yeah, it did have the maintain offset. So I am going to create a group, name it GRP, right, I. Alright, and then I'm going to choose that, and I'm going to parent constraint. Alright, the reason the eyeball's gone, why is the eyeball gone? Let me just undo this. It's not parent constrain it, let's just parent it. It's acting really weird. I don't know why. Let's see. Something has not. Aha! Aha, ha, ha. Alright, so the eyeball seemed to have not had. Let me break the connection. break the connection. You see, these are good things that happen. This is how you learn how to fix stuff. Freeze, transform, rotation. Alright, so that's why something was wrong with its. Alright, and we want the aim constraint. And it's doing something really weird. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift P. Alright. Delete the group because I don't need it no more. I'm going to break the connection again. Break it. Freeze it. Alright. These also have to go to 0. That was the problem here. The offsets all have to be zeroed out. Okay. And now it will work fine. Aim constraint. And I think this might work. Alright, I'll stop the video here and I'll figure it out and get back to you. Alright, so in the end what I did do is I parented it, but the difference was that I didn't move the pivot point, and that sorted it out, so I guess that works. You can see now the eyes follow and this whole thing here works properly, and that's exactly what I want. Alright, so I'm left with the hair. So let's fix the hair. Alright, so the hair is going to go, if I open up the list here, it's going to go to the head joint. Alright, so I'm going to parent it to the head. And then I want the upper, it's also going to, upper gums will also go to the head. The lower gums on tongue, alright, are going to go to the jaw, which is here. So I'm going to take these two and take it to the jaw and parent. So now basically I got a nice rig. Alright, there we go. I do have a bit of a problem with the teeth, but that's nothing to worry about. It's just all I have to do is zero that out, go in here, alright, and choose this, and I could see that the teeth here, I'm gonna shift P these, and then I'm going to choose this and parent, and I'm going to choose this and parent, and everything's back to normal. There we go. I just wasn't paying attention, and there we go. So now basic rig done. Okay, so I'm at 12 minutes, so actually should have gone to the next thing. No, I think I'll stop here, and in the next video I'll show you the blend shapes, and as you can see I got everything rigged up the way I want. One thing I would like to mention before I stop this video is the head control, neck control, and chest control, if you're using the human IK, you do not need to create. What you will do is you'll take the chin, eye, and facial and parent it to the joint, the head joint. Alright, and then you will, I think if I'm right, it shouldn't stop the lag that you get, but it will just parent them to the joint, and it will be okay. It will do the same thing, because once you create the HIK, it creates a controller on the head joint, and everything works out. So with it, I'm stopping the video, and in the next video we'll do some blend shapes and controllers for that.